That brings me to the next question, right? So, when I trained in India, I worked under a trainer, and in India, when you register for a gym, you also get a trainer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's not personal trainer, but kind of a trainer who will be watching you and he'll tell you what to do.
Yeah. What?
But here, you just register for a gym, and if you want a personal trainer, you have to pay him like $80 an hour. So, can you tell me more of the differences, like how people train there versus here? I know you touched a little bit about the topic. Can you elaborate more, like the workout culture in India versus workout culture in US?
I think in India, right? If we ask our grandparents what is exercise, they'll say, "I went for a walk, 30 minutes."
Uh,
If uh, if you say you're a borderline diabetic and you go to a doctor, this is still like it's a big thing in India. It's still big back home. They'll say go for a walk, 30 to 40 minutes. This is basic exercise prescription back home
for everyone.
for everyone. Again, it's like again I told you it's not this thing, but that is how they're taught, and for them, the word of God is whatever doctor says, right? So they don't explore because doctors themselves don't work out, right? This is what I'm not. I don't want to specifically target, but this is majority of it. It is the truth. It's a bland truth that somebody who's prescribing you 40 minutes of walk, he's only not walking for 40 minutes.
Mhm.
So, and then the only thing he knows is you walk for 40 minutes because that's not his area. Maybe he knows, but it's not his area of expertise.
Expertise.
So, like, if you have blood sugar, strength training is shown to help with your diabetes.
Really?
Yeah. So, if you have more muscles, your glycogen is stored in the muscle. So, your that's in simple terms. So, you have blood less. Your blood sugar is better regulated. But in India, even today, if you go to a normal doctor, just no strength training, join the gym and all. He'll say, uh, walk for 40 minutes, you should be good. And people do it. It's again not their fault because they're not educated, right?
Let me ask you, stop you here. Like,
Mhm.
is it because the people are older? Like, that also brings me to the question that I had, like, what age, what exercise should people do? But I think I'm going to mix that here. So, when you say the doctor prescribes a walking, do you think it's because of age? Like, my aunt has diabetes and she's like in her 50s, or yeah, probably late 50s. Can she do strength training
Strength training is for everybody,
any age?
any age. And strength training, it doesn't need to, like, again, it's the perspective, right? Strength training is about building muscles and things like that, right? Strength training is a simple band. You get a simple band and you do a little bit of exercises. That is strength
Like a
training.
resistance
That is
type,
strength
yeah.
training. And for somebody who's not walked out their entire life, like if I give a resistance band to your aunt, and then she does a little bit of exercise, simple exercise with the resistance band, she's going to see good responses because it's going to stimulate because she's not done it for her life.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay, and again, if I have to, uh, that is one part of it. I would say I would recommend, like, here also you see, like, when we go to the gym here, we see old people working out, right?
Oh yeah,
We see
old
we
people
see,
like
we see
70s,
70s,
75s,
60s. They're
80s.
all lifting weights.
They're all
they're
lifting weights.
they're
Correct.
doing, this is something that we lack back home.
Yep.
And I think you exercise can be anything. It can just be movement. It can be 40 minutes of walk. I'm not telling it's wrong, but then you need to see what literature says about it. You need. I think strength training helps with so many things.
Correct.
Like even a simple squat. If you see, squat is a fundamental, like it's the mother of all exercises because you sit and you get up. It helps in every way, even if you're falling sick tomorrow or you have some condition and you're doing strength training, it definitely helps. And I feel everybody should do it, uh, with exploring other forms of training too. But I think, especially old people, I think back home at least they should do it. And as far as diet is concerned, back home, I feel like what were our ancestors?
Farmers.
They were farmers, right?
Yeah.
So our diet back home, again, I can be wrong. This is my philosophy, right? We eat a lot of rice. We eat a
Correct.
lot of carbs.
Correct.
Yeah. It's a farmer's diet.
Correct.
Okay, it's because mine and your grandfathers or our ancestors used to work in the farms, used to walk so much,
All day.
used to work all day, and their form of strength training was lifting, those
the,
whatever, anything,
axe
anything,
and all these
axe,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be anything, cutting trees and stuff like that. So that was their form of strength training.